I started this podcast because I wanted a space where I could talk about the things that are important to me. No limits. Where I can curate insightful conversations with amazing individuals, where I can share a fresh and fair perspective on all kinds of issues. So far, my content has been dope, my guests have been dope, and if you listen, maybe that dopeness will rub off on you too. You see, people are always talking about their cool emotional problems, and I always feel like I never have anything to offer. People like to talk about their problems. I like to talk about my progress. People like to talk about mental health. I prefer to talk about mental strength. People like to talk about other people. I like to talk about ideas. One of the goals of the show is to reimagine what it means to be a god. We are all made in the image of God, which means that He has extended to us that creative ability that separates us from beasts. To me, a god is an individual who creates, not just things, but also themselves and their reality. An individual who exercises their free will intentionally and strategically. You create yourself. You create your environment. You decide what kind of friends you want to have. You decide the kind of lifestyle you want to live. Even if you're not living it right now, you're doing things to make your vision a reality. That, in a nutshell, is the God mentality. The podcast is a platform that is dedicated to uplifting the individual and exploring that creative mindset. It is my hope that this podcast will delight you, make you think, put you onto new things, and help you visualize who you would be if you evolved into the God version of yourself. The Young God Pod is a podcast for the gods, and it is available on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and anywhere else podcasts can be heard. Do subscribe and share. Rodney, out.